Welcome to the Way Down. Welcome to the Way Down online release party. My name is Charlie.
I'm Baldrick.
I'm Dan.
I'm Josh.
And we are Black Smoke Trigger. And we're going to be live with you in just a moment. So grab a drink, get comfortable, because for the next 60 minutes, we're going to be sharing with you some behind the scenes footage from in the studio and the making of our latest death-defying music video. We're going to be giving you a chance to win signed gear and one-of-a-kind collectibles you can't get anywhere else, as well as a few other secrets that we have in store for you. Now, the story of Black Smoke Trigger started in 2019 when myself, Baldrick, Dan, and Josh started writing songs before flying to Nashville, Tennessee to record our debut EP with the legendary producer Michael Wagner, who has been behind some of the biggest rock and metal records ever made, amassing over 100 million sales worldwide. When returning to New Zealand, we took on the challenge of filming our first music video completely underwater for our lead single, Caught in the Undertow. We then released our debut EP, Set It Off, on November 15th, 2019, and made it onto the US Billboard charts. We set out on tour and continued writing songs for our upcoming album. We signed a management deal with Andy Gold, who has managed the likes of Pantera, Linkin Park, and Rob Zombie, to name a few. He asked us, "Who do you want to work with on your next record?" And we said Nick Riskillinix. After getting our songs together, we flew back to Nashville, Tennessee to record with Nick, who's produced records with the likes of Foo Fighters, Alice in Chains, and Korn. What was supposed to be a straightforward trip to record some songs turned into a long journey with lots of twists and turns. From coming back home to New Zealand to play some shows mid-recording, to getting stuck in Mexico without our passports, to producer Nick Riskillinix flying to New Zealand to get the album complete. Once all was said and done and the music was recorded, everyone said, "How are you going to outdo the underwater music video?" Challenge accepted. We played on the edge of the tallest building in the Southern Hemisphere, and that came with quite a few challenges, of which we'll be sharing some of those with you here today. Now, this day has been a long time coming for the band and, of course, for you, the fans. Everything we have worked towards has built up to right now. This is the online release party for The Way Down. Let's go live. Hello!
Hey!
We are finally here, the release day for The Way Down, and we're all here to celebrate. How are you guys feeling?
Very good.
We do have ourselves a drink, so cheers to you. Thanks for coming, and hell, let us know in the comment section what you thought of the music video. And if you can see and hear us clearly, of course, it's a good idea to put yes in that comment section, just so we know that you can actually hear us. And so we've got people from Vancouver. Let us know where you're tuning in from around the world. And thanks for joining us. We've got an awesome presentation here for you today. My name is Charlie. I play guitar in the band, and I'm going to be your host along with
Me, Baldrick. I'm the singer of
Dan
the band.
on bass and Josh on the drums.
And of course, we have some epic prizes that we're going to be giving away just because we want to say thank you for all the support that you guys have been giving us over the years. So without further ado, let's first of all just show some of the stuff that we're going to be giving away live, and you're going to have a chance to win. So what we didn't want to do is just to give like some random stuff like t-shirts and stuff. We got those that you can go and get. We wanted to give you one-of-a-kind collectibles. And of course, if you've seen the music video, there are some cool things in there that we can give you that literally are one of a kind. So if you didn't watch the video, you're going to want to go and watch that. So here is one of them. We're going to give you a key to the outside of the tower, and here is a little Easter egg for you. If you look really close, it says the only key to the outside of the top of the tower that Black Smoke Trigger could ever use in a music video. So we're actually going to give you this key. Now, no promises it's actually going to work, but you are going to be able to give it a shot. Baldrick, what else are we going to be giving away?
Well, if that works, they'd be upset that we took that with us, I think.
They would be.
We have one Way Down number plate from the Lamborghini in the video. Andy and I actually put this together specifically for that. So, yeah,
we thought
one of a kind.
Thought it was a good idea to take the actual number plate off the Lamborghini before we showed it. And the thing I was most impressed with is this has got some weight to it. You know, like this is weighty. And in case you can't tell, it says Way Down.
Yeah, it's
Just in
not
case
it's not your
you-
average number plate. I used the material that was available to me at the time, so it's quite thick.
And so we're going to sign this, and again, we're going to be giving this away live. What else we giving away, Dan?
Well, we've got this very special one-of-a-kind ticket that was the ticket to the free champagne right at the start of the music video.
That is the ticket that Dan and I found with the complimentary champagne, wherever it is. That yeah, so I mean, there's that. But hey, we got some even cooler stuff that we're going to be giving away.
We have a drumstick that I used and we modified to do the performance on the Sky Tower.
So this is actually used in the music video itself. Josh has signed it, and you'll see here that of course we couldn't let anything fall off the edge of the tower, so he had his hands in here. So it's like kind of it's a very much one of a kind thing. And then so we won't say what happened to the other drumstick, but this one stayed on. And so we actually have, where's that damn signed symbol? Oh, we haven't signed it yet.
We're going to sign this in the end.
So this here, this is again used in the actual video, and Josh bloody goddamn hit it, and it's got a crack in it now, and so this is like 700 New Zealand dollars. And what we're gonna do is, it was used in the music video. It's the last time it was used. And we're going to sign this, and we're going to be giving this away. And of course, when you guys win these prizes, or whoever wins these prizes live on here today, we're going to be sipping these to wherever you are in the world. So we're going to be signing this later on when we do the giveaways. Can you please frisbee that over there for me?
Oh, I won't do that. Don't actually do that.
The other thing that we're going to be giving away, which is definitely a one-of-a-kind thing, is kind of an ordinary Levi's jacket, but this is actually the jacket that I jumped off the Sky Tower with. And you'll see on the back here, we had to cut this hole that's where the harness, so I didn't die. That's where the harness was. And then so again, what we're going to do is we ran out of time, but we were going to stencil Black Smoke Trigger on the back here, put the way down, and we're all going to sign it. We might stitch this up so it doesn't fall apart. But we thought this was a pretty cool thing to give away because, of course, there's only one jacket that I jumped off the damn tower with. So if you guys are wanting to, be in the draw to one of these awesome one-of-a-kind prizes, we want to give to you guys just as a huge thank you for all the support over the years. Just stick around. We're going to give you a chance to do that. Now, we're going to quickly transition to stuff that we're not giving away because, of course, we've only got 5-6 things we're giving here. We didn't want any of you guys to leave empty-handed. So we are also going to be giving you a merch discount code. So if merch is something that you want, then what we're going to be doing is giving you a little bit of this good stuff. So 25% off all merch or any purchase that you make on the blacksmoketrigger.com store within the next couple of days. And we actually have a new merch drop specifically for the way down. Here's the back of one of the shirts. See you on the way up. Oh, wait, I got that one right.
That's not right.
Yeah, that's the front of it. And if you look there, you can actually see there is a little... What way are we going? There is a little man falling from the tower. That is actually me. What else we got, Audrey?
And if you prefer the black and white look, here is the back of another design. Just trying to get this right in the camera. See you on the way down. And
There's
then,
something very strange on the front, though.
how's that look? I can't see what I'm doing.
Oh, actually, that's the back. That's the back of that one.
Oh, actually,
what
yes.
else
No,
we
I
got
got
there?
that backwards. Yeah.
Well, this here looks to be
That's exactly the same.
No,
It's
identical
exactly the
shirt.
same.
Yeah,
But-
two of the same.
an immaculate replica.
We do actually have. Let's see if this works.
Well, that one might be a medium.
We do actually have a bunch of other awesome designs that are going to be available. Check out that one of that old school looking one of Baldrick there with the Lambo way
I
down.
love that.
That's super cool. So again, guys, if that's something you guys want, you got that there. But of course, that's not what this is all about here today. This is about behind the scenes footage. It's about telling you guys some crazy stuff we've been up to. And we promised tour updates. And guess what? We got one this morning, but we're not allowed to share it with you. So we'll see how we go. Now, if you guys have never scanned a QR code before, it is super easy. All you do is you just hold your phone up, or you get the camera out, you hold it up to that little weird square boxy thing. and it's going to take you straight there. Well, you click the button, it'll take you straight there. And of course, you got that code there for 25% off. I said to Josh, can you get this piece of paper wrapped up so we can get this? So we have a lot of really cool things in store for you here today. And one of the main ones was behind the scenes footage. We really wanted to be able to document the whole journey that we've been on, recording with Nick Roskilinics over this whole time. And of course, recording this crazy music video. We've got a whole bunch of other awesome things that we got coming up for you. But first, what we want to do is show you something that I think that is quite interesting. It's interesting to me to watch. And so if you guys have already checked out the music video, you've already listened to the song, one thing that you wouldn't have seen is us actually recording the song. So without further ado, here is Black Smoke Trigger recording the song in Nashville, Tennessee with producer Nick Roskilinics.
Ripper.
Fuck yeah.
That's cool.
Fucking thing. Here we go. You could hear me because of Josh's microphone. All right, guys. So we are back, and yeah, thank you so much for the comments. You guys have absolutely just enjoyed everything that we've released, which is just fantastic. So thank you so much. And of course, it's just so cool to see that behind the scenes footage. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be talking a little bit about how we did things, what we were doing at that time, the music video, behind the scenes, all that kind of stuff. But first of all, I'm sure you guys are probably wondering, how do you enter to win the prizes? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up something right now where you can scan that QR code right there, or go to www.bstlink.co/win. And there you can enter to win any of those prizes that we talked about here before, like these one-of-a-kind number plates, this one-of-a-kind jacket, the signed symbol, all that kind of stuff that we're going to be giving away. So again, if you haven't ever scanned a QR code, you can just hold your phone right up to that code and things will go through nice and easily. You just literally click open in Chrome or Safari or whatever you use on the internet, and you can enter to win there. As well as, if you can't be bothered doing that, you can just type www.bstlink.co/win. Now, one really important thing is that you put the www at the start, or else the link will not work, will it, Baldrick? All right. Now, your microphone is not working, Mr. Jar. So are you muted on your side?
You can hear me?
There we go. So just in case you guys are wondering, that's why we employ a producer, because he makes sure the mics are on, and then so he makes sure that things get recorded. So you can see exactly why and just how important producers are in the Black Smoke Trigger world. So if you want to enter to win, then scan that code there. And hey, in the meantime, I think it's about time we show some people a little bit more behind the scenes, hear a little bit more about this kind of stuff. So Dan and Josh, we'll be seeing you guys very soon. And Baldrick, I believe you have a little few things to share with us. Now, just before we do that, guys, what I'm going to do is, just to make sure that code stays there for you guys to be able to scan, I'm going to take it down from there and I'm going to put it up over here in the corner. So if you want to enter to win, remember you can just scan that QR code, and we'll make sure that you get plenty of chances to do that throughout this live stream. So, Baldrick.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to kick things off with a little bit about my personal experience as far as the video and the recording process went. So when we get to the studio and the rhythm section's all laid down and it's my turn to do my part, that's when I really go into work mode, as maybe a little bit of a perfectionist. I'm my own biggest critic in those types of situations, because whatever I lay down is what you guys, the fans, are going to hear. So I want it to sound its absolute best. So in that environment, I wind up getting up pretty early every morning, getting some steam on the chords, doing my vocal warm-ups. And when I get into the studio, I usually get a little bit of notice before I'm going to go in and actually track the song. So I'll do a second warm up then, just to make sure I'm in the zone when I get in there. With the Way Down, that was a pretty smooth process from beginning to end, because we had a pretty well mapped out idea of the vibe we wanted from the song, what we wanted to do instrumentally and vocally. We had the melody sorted out, and the majority of the harmonies actually as well. So that was pretty well mapped out going into the studio. But the thing I like the most about working with the producer in that setting is the ability to improvise and bounce ideas off people. So Nick actually suggested to me many times throughout the recording process, but one in particular I want to talk about is the very last line of The Way Down. That line, we actually knew what we wanted to do already and had tracked that already, but Nick suggested that I wing it, I improvise and just throw some things down, and we'll see what happens, see if we touch on something that's worth keeping or playing with. And just so happens the line that I did first, the first thing that came to mind, the first thing I tracked, happens to be the one that you're now hearing on the end of the song, The Way Down. So that one idea ended up sticking and making the final mix. So just goes to show that spontaneous moments like that can really transform a song. As far as the music video goes, when Charlie came to us to pitch the idea for the video, I was a bit apprehensive. Much like Dan, I'm not that fond of heights, but at the same time, you don't get an adrenaline rush like that if you stay inside your comfort zone. So like the Undertow video, it was an ability to do that and do something cool and little bit dangerous, but I think it paid off really well in the end. The comedy aspect of that video suited me quite well as well, because anybody that knows me knows I like to have a laugh. Playing all the characters for me was a strong point as well, but it's what made me really enjoy the process those 3 days that we filmed, I should say. So I was, I think, 2 barmen, the valet guy, the bellboy, 2 different versions of myself, if you notice the other one in the elevator. Who else was I? The woman. Playing a woman was one I've had a lot of feedback on already, so that seems to be a fan favorite. I actually got asked if I would be wearing the dress when we go to play live, and unfortunately not. I don't own that. That was borrowed. And my personal favorite was the anchorman. Now, if you didn't notice the anchorman, there is a moment in the video where on screen you will see me dressed up as a news anchor reporting on what's going on up on top of the tower. Now, it's just a short moment, so if you blink, you'll miss it. There are actually a lot of little Easter eggs in the video like that. So you're going to notice something every time you go to watch it again. You're going to notice things that you missed the other times. So go back after this, have a look and see how many you can notice. Last thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is the building of the drum riser. So it was a complex and ambitious project to begin with. Sorry, just adjusting here. So safety was a big concern. Obviously, we didn't want any items falling down from the tower, because anything, even something as small as an 8mm nut that falls from that height, it's essentially a bullet by the time it meets the ground. So Josh, Andy, and I sat together in the studio and just played with some ideas. We sat there with a notepad and pens and drew some things up and came up with the concept that we thought would be the safest option to mount on top of the tower. Now, we should have a picture of that. I can't see it myself, but you guys should be able to see that. So once we sent that away, AJ Hackett, the Bungie guys that we were working with, gave us the green light on that straight away. So I took it upon myself to build the riser, because I actually have a background of metalwork myself. I used to play around a lot with sculptures and things like that. We should have some pictures of those coming up as well. Unfortunately, I can't see them. But yeah, for me in the past, the metalwork, that background was just another creative outlet for me. So I'm the creative type. I've always needed an outlet like that. And at that time, that's what it was. And now, and for the foreseeable future, it's music above everything else. So there were a number of parts that needed to be made, custom made, to accommodate putting the drums on top of the Sky Tower. So we opted to use no nuts, no bolts, no washers, anything like that that could rattle loose from Josh hitting the drums and fall below.
You say we used no nut, but we got you. So how does that work?
Well, that's true. So what we did go with in the end was a design of, so we built the drum riser in 2 sections. We attached some plywood to the top, and through that plywood, we had a number of holes to accommodate the feet on all of the individual drum parts. And those had pins that came up through them, and then a wire with a pin attached to it to lock through. So everything was locked and attached, and nothing could fall. It was also all made to accommodate fitting through a 700mm wide door, which is actually not a lot considering the drums themselves are quite big. But we managed to get everything done in pieces so that it could be attached once it got out there. Everything also had to be designed in a way that it could be tethered as well to the rail above while we were taking it out there. So obviously you don't want the wind coming along and blowing a big section of drum riser off the tower, or a snare drum or anything like that, cymbals. So in the end, we managed to make it very safe, and we accomplished it, and they were very happy with the result. So from there, Andy, Josh, and Charlie's dad and I did the final assembly just to test everything here in Hawke's Bay. And then we threw it on a trailer, drove it to Auckland, and got it up to the top of the tower through the lift. And all that was left to do there was for me to go out there, get harnessed up, and just oversee the assembly while the AJ Hackett guys put it together. And that was a fairly simple process. We actually got it together in, I'd say, about 15 to 20 minutes max. And from there, all we had to do was wait for it to get dark and ready for Josh to go out there and do his thing.
So, Josh, obviously, you kind of had to put your trust in the hands of a crazy man.
Yeah, and when it came to the drum assembly, again, to follow Baldrick's, we wanted to make this thing sturdy as possible so that nothing could fall off 196 meters down from the tower and potentially hit someone on the head, because obviously that would be bad. Turns out 2 things actually fell off the Sky Tower that night when we were filming. One of
shouldn't be saying this.
one of those I won't say. Yeah, so when it came to the drums, we had to super glue all the nuts and bolts that were inside the drums, and put epoxy on all the lugs and the hardware stands, so that anything that could twist or turn couldn't. And so for the sticks, as I said before, we had drilled a little hole in the bottom of the stick and tied a shoelace in and glued that together so that I could put that on my wrist, and as I was playing, that wouldn't fall off. And just a reminder, I have the exact stick that I used to give away, so make sure you stick around for that. Once we had prepared the drum kit on top of the Sky Tower, and we were waiting for the helicopter to arrive, we started filming. And literally on the second pass of us playing through the track, I go down to hit the cymbal, and I see out the corner of my eye this little thing just go and come down onto the platform below. And as I was playing, I was like, no, because if the safety guy that was right there had seen anything, he's got the power to tell us to get inside, shut this whole thing down, and then we wouldn't have had a music video. So thankfully he didn't see it. Turns out it was just a little piece of epoxy that we had put on the cymbal. And the reason why is because there was a little crack on the cymbal, as you can see in this picture. So yeah, it was a bit of a funny story. As for the way down itself, the song, I remember us being in our old studio at the time, coming up with the idea. We were experimenting with different sounds. We were banging away on metal drums, and we were looking around, and lo and behold, there was the kick drum skin from the Caught in the Undertow video there. And we thought to ourselves, hey, that would sound pretty cool if we accent the guitar riff with that. So that's what we did. As you can see in this image here, that's us recording that sample. And obviously that riff goes. So that sample that we recorded back then has made its way onto the record itself. And if you listen closely enough, you can hear that in the bridge section, also in the outro section as well. That wasn't the only sample that that made it to the final cut. The intro to the song is actually what we had recorded on the demo. Now, when we came into the studio with Nick, our producer, and we thought that he would want to re-record it with more professional sounds and whatnot. That wasn't the case at all. He really enjoyed what he heard, and he said, I'm not going to change one thing about that. So he flew that across to the main track, and that's what you can hear today on the song. So it's pretty cool how we got a couple of samples that we have recorded ourselves that has made it to the final result. So with that, I think it's probably a good little chance for us to show you the next thing that we have created, the video, which is, Charlie?
Which is behind the scenes of the making of the damn thing. So, of course, this was quite an undertaking. As you have seen so far, there are a few more extra sort of tidbits that Dan and I are going to add after we actually go through and show you this behind the scenes footage. Now, one thing is, if you're just joining us and you're wondering what this Enter the Wind Sign Gear thing is, Josh, you want to show that drumstick you've got there? We have signed drumstick that was used in the actual music video. We have number plate that was put on the Lamborghini in the actual music video. We have the jacket that I jumped off the tower with in the actual music video, that on the back, when you actually get it, it will be signed and say Black Smoke Trigger the way down to kind of commemorate that. We have a symbol, which I'm not going to reach over and grab, that was used in the actual music video that we're going to sign live here. Actually, Josh, when you come back to the studio just here, John, bring a pen so we can actually sign it.
I can certainly do that.
Fantastic. So again, guys, we're going to be giving away this stuff, and you're going to see all of these items in the making of that we're just about to play. Scan that QR code with your phone. Just hold your phone up, and then it would be right there. Or go to www.bstlink.co/win. It's important that you put the www. at the start. So without further ado, let's show you the behind-the-scenes footage. Now, there is a few little secret things in here that you're going to want to keep an eye out for. All right, so here is the making of the Way Down music video. So I came up with an idea to do a music video on top of the Auckland Sky Tower.
Yeah, and I was like, there's no way I'm jumping off.
Well, I was on the drum kit with an amazing view, so I was happy as staying up there.
There is no way that I would ever consider jumping off the Sky Tower myself if left to my own devices. Absolutely not.
The first thing we did was start filming all the storyline scenes.
3, 2, 1, action! Cut, stop! Cut. Guys, we need to get you looking cooler than that.
And there was one poor girl I felt very sorry for, because it was literally her job to be knocked over with a tray of drinks again and again and again to get the right takes.
Standing up together. And 3, 2, 1, look!
The other woman in the video was actually Baldrick.
Yeah, I had to play a lot of different characters, and one of me was a girl.
It's gonna rip if I move.
Oh, what about that?
Oh, I don't know if I can sit in this.
We're a wig for Baldrick kind of thing.
And action! Andy!
She ordered holding Andy's arm, and then it's a shot down from that, and then that's the because then we can just get this real close up of his face being like.
I love that.
I'm gonna be down this one. I'm gonna be down. No. It's all rock and roll up here. I'm not officially on the clock for another minute 40.
Just stand straight while you do it, Baldrick. And washing the glass. There's a kerfuffle over here, but you like the girl.
Oh. So Wayne, what brings you here today?
What brings me here today? A man called Andrew Plant. That's about all I know. Quite looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, man. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Wayne Anderson was the absolute perfect choice for the video. He is somebody who is known here in New Zealand for being a cabaret singer.
I just made the realization that we're actually going to be Wayne Anderson's backing band. I remember Josh said it was like we were tripping because there was an audience there, we had instruments, there was guys singing, but we weren't really playing a gig. We were just pretending.
Man, that was the most weirdest experience ever, you know, playing lightly, all the lights, you know, on us. Yeah, it was so unreal.
So we used a stunt double for the kick scene. Obviously, we didn't want to kick Wayne Anderson off. Looked nothing like him.
The higher you fly, the harder you fall. So high now, you prick. You got it? I believe that's a wrap on Wayne Anderson.
So I was dressed up as a bellboy, and I kind of literally became one because I had to go and actually get a trolley from the bell people.
Should I just yell that when I get down there? I need one more thing. But I can't turn right.
He's one of those f***ing things.
No, they're not pissed off the start. Are we okay to borrow one of the trolleys upstairs? Oh, yeah. Sure. Not a problem. Thank you. We just wheel it into the elevator and take it up? One of these? Yeah. Thank you. I've got to look convincing. We're filming a music video upstairs. Oh, excellent. That's why I'm not very good with this. It's my first time.
And action. Guys, don't be hitting the walls.
Yeah.
Oh, just chuck it in the table.
Are you worried?
Watch these.
All right, let's do this again. And rolling camera.
And camera set.
And action.
And then we had to go up onto the tower and get these drums set up.
Now we should actually not put our pants on. In all seriousness. Not yet. Because we got to put the harnesses, you know, like here, and put the pants on top of the harnesses. I definitely recommend human beings, you should wear pants in public, especially if you're on the outside of the tower. I take back everything I said, definitely wear pants.
Oh, I should have worn these, bro.
Are you feeling better at all? A man in quiet contemplation.
As it got dark and the helicopter arrived, we had to get harnessed up and ready to film.
You can get any of this going, that's going to be...
All right. Then all of a sudden, it was time to get started.
The heart rate is escalated a little bit. Palms are sweating.
For the harness?
Yeah.
Not yet.
Have you been breathalyzed?
Breathalyzed?
Yeah.
No. You may as well do that now.
Yeah, head it that way.
Before we head out on the outside of the tower, it was like just mentally trying to prepare for the fact that we were going to be out there for a couple of hours.
All right, we've got about 7 minutes. We're going to do a safety briefing.
They're going to be real quick.
So it's going to go from chorus to
But during the solo, when we get the close up, just remember we need to get that tom roll.
Yeah.
Nico's going to do a few. Nico's going to double check your harness number. And also we're done, guys, let's get that trip sheet done as well, okay?
What do you reckon?
Once the helicopter sort of, you know, yeah.
Good luck, guys. Enjoy it.
Cheers.
Guys, thank you so much. Good luck.
Of course, we didn't actually have our instruments plugged in, which made for some funny clunking sounds in the raw footage.
Ready?
Set.
We good? Whenever you're ready, bro.
Yeah, he's rocking. He's having a fit.
Shh.
Yeah.
See you on the way
So when we're performing outside of the Sky Tower, it was so cold out there. We've been filming for about at least 10 minutes, and I got this kind of wet feeling from my hand. I looked down, and there was actually blood all over the bass guitar. It was so cold, I managed to actually cut my hands open without even realizing it.
Just a little bit of detritus. See the top. I think that's the missing bit of skin, possibly attached on there. Goodness. What's that? What's the hardest part?
Hardest part is trying to figure out whatever everyone's doing.
And the last thing I needed to do was to jump off the damn thing twice. So that meant I had to rush in and change to the jump harness as quickly as I could while the helicopter was waiting outside.
This side.
Sure? Because you seemed a little like...
No, I was just looking for. So this is where you'll be attached. This one, yeah.
All right. I'm happy with any and all checks.
Just give us 1 second, boys, and to get the space ready, and we're good to go, man.
Where's bro? All right, well, I'll see you soon. You're on the way down.
Yeah.
When we pull you up, you're going to be on your tippy toes. Is that okay?
Yeah.
And you
At the bridge, we need to know where the band is. Okay.
I felt okay like leading up to the jump, but when it was just about to happen, then that was when my heart really started to pound out of my chest.
Here you go, Charlie. Play your heart out.
Chris.
Yes.
Is the camera going to come to my radio?
Rolling. David, rolling. Where's the floodlight come from? Our radio.
Alright guys, we're all rolling and we're ready for a 10-second countdown.
10-second countdown.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
See the vision grow from a simple idea into a reality has just been such an awesome experience.
Filming outside the Sky Tower at that height was definitely a good challenge for all of us. The whole experience was heaps of fun.
Playing the drums on top of a Sky Tower is crazy. And the coolest experience I've ever been a part of. Felt like I was playing to Auckland City.
In the end, it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun playing with different characters. Being on the edge of the tower, for me, I'm not into heights, but you don't get that adrenaline rush in your comfort zone.
Well, that was the making of the Way Down music video. And if you haven't seen it yet, then make sure as soon as we finish this live stream that you head straight over to YouTube, or you're probably already streaming on YouTube, so you can go straight in there and watch this video. We obviously poured our hearts and souls into this thing and was incredibly difficult to pull off. Now, let me just try and rejig my camera. Awesome. All right, so now while we are here, I just want to say again, guys, we're gonna be giving away like the actual jacket that I jumped off that damn tower with. So we're gonna be putting Black Smoke Trigger on the back of here and signing it. So if you want a chance to win, then you're gonna have to enter in the draw to win like very soon, because we are gonna be closing the draw up very soon. So so scan that QR code or go to www.bstlink.co/win. and enter into You know exactly what I mean. Now, we have someone that we're about to bring on who's going to talk about their own personal experiences on dangling on the edge of the damn tower. So this thing was 630 feet in the air. Now, Mr. Daniel Fulton, come in.
Good day, all.
Daniel, I cannot hear you, sir. Come on, speak louder.
Can you hear me now? On again. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you because you're in the other room, but yes. I mean I can't hear you on here. So maybe rejig your microphone there, sir.
Yeah.
We might need some technical assistance actually. And at the end of the day, oh wow, okay.
No, we're good. We're good apparently.
So Dan, I can't hear
Andy
you.
has confirmed the audio is
Here
good.
we go. All right. Well, we're good to go then. All right. So with that, Dan, you had a bit of an interesting experience with.
Yes, indeed. Well, just to kick things off, folks, I thought I'd give you a little bit of insight into the character, the mastermind, as it were, behind the whole idea for this music video. Basically, I'm going to hold Charlie fully 100% accountable for this. He has quite a reputation to anybody who knows him locally as something of a thrill seeker, and that's putting it politely. Basically, anything from the likes of skydiving to enforcing everybody in the entire band joins him in riding the world's most giant, terrifying roller coasters in LA, through to breaking some land spec records at home here in New Zealand in his own Lamborghini. He's definitely not one to shy away from things that basically induce terror and panic into a heart such as mine. And as you would all know from having witnessed our previous video, the Caught in the Undertow music video, the underwater music video, that he's definitely one to put his mind to things that are ambitious, to say the least. So it came to be that one day we were here at the band studio, and Charlie decided to call us all into his home theatre and put together a presentation to us of images, people standing up on the Sky Tower. Now, for those of you who don't know, Auckland, New Zealand, it's one of our most famous landmarks. And basically, they've got this thing that about 5 years after they built the tower, the adrenaline junkie company called AJ Hackett, who do all the bungee jumps and so forth through New Zealand, they decided that they would build an exterior pathway, a metal pathway going around the outside of the upper part of the tower. And of course, it was Charlie's idea that we would not only walk out onto this thing during the course of the video, but we'd actually perform the song out there. Charlie on that very day said, look, I need everybody just to commit to this 100%. There's no point going any further if anyone's got any misgivings. So at that point, I said, well, I'm actually agreeing to absolutely nothing. I won't have any part of it unless we can go up there and just test it out first when there's no cameras, there's no pressure, and we can just ease into it. So that's exactly what happened. Went up there a couple of weeks ahead of the music video, and I can't see the slides myself, but I'm assuming you guys are looking at nice pictures of us elevated a terrifying 630 feet above the ground. So anyway, basically, when it came to the filming, was a little bit scarier, being that it was at nighttime, and basically we all walked out to our walked out around the perimeter of it. So we're all spaced out, as you can see in the music video. We're all at various points along the exterior of the walk, and we're all each accompanied by a staff member from the AJ Hackett, just to ensure that we didn't suddenly panic and wig out. And basically, everything worked out really smoothly. I'm hoping again that you guys are seeing these wonderful images of me standing at a terrifying 630 feet above the ground.
They can see them. They can see them. Don't you worry about that.
Excellent. Good. So basically, the filming, once we actually got into it, it was just fine. We did all of the exterior stuff first, just to kind of get it out of the way. And basically, we were filming at night, so it was pretty damn cold. Warm socks and underwear, of course. And everything went really, really well. The strange thing for me was that being that it was so cold outside, whilst I was playing the bass, my hands actually got so cold I couldn't actually feel them anymore. And it wasn't until about sort of 20 minutes into filming with the helicopters going around us and all of that, that suddenly I got this weird sort of damp sensation from my hand, and looked down, and I'd absolutely completely cut my hand open on the strings without realizing it. And there was blood everywhere. Unfortunately, when we're looking to find some imagery for you guys to look at yesterday, Andy, our band assistant, reminded me of the fact that I'd actually done such a hasty job of washing away the blood because I viewed the instrument as being a health risk. So unfortunately, no images for you guys. Anyway, jumping along, the next thing I'll just share with you guys is that when we're recording the album, when we're recording the song The Way Down and the other tracks that will be on the forthcoming album, we had a few dramas and setbacks and issues that came up along the way. And one of which was that when we went over to record in Nashville with our producer, we got no further than the flight to LA. I opened my phone in LA just to check my messages, and there was an urgent message from my brother saying, call immediately, basically there's been a family emergency. So as it turned out, my father had unfortunately suffered a stroke, and so I made immediate plans to obviously return back to New Zealand. And basically, fortunately, my father made quite a swift recovery. So after 2 or 3 weeks back in NZ, I was able to call Charlie, and he got me on an express flight to the US. And suddenly I had 2 days, 48 hours. So 2 days of session time to record all the bass parts. And fortunately, I'm somebody who, when it comes to music, kind of thrives under the pressure. And all of the emotions that I've been sort of going through over the previous weeks with the uncertainty of my dad's health, all those family concerns going on, suddenly having to take this express flight to the US to get these bass tracks done. There was a whole lot of emotions going on for me, and I was able to channel that into the music. So I feel that when you guys listen to that, you'll probably hear some of that intensity that I was sort of channeling during the recording process. And then moving on to one other thing, guys, before I hand you back to Charles, is the actual songwriting. People, of course, I know you guys will be wondering, like, how do you guys come up with the riffs? How do you come up with the lyrics? How do you come up with the song? All that kind of thing. So the song was actually written under New Zealand's lockdown. I know that different parts of the world, we all had different kind of experiences of COVID. But here in New Zealand, we had one of the most strictly enforced lockdowns, and it pretty much went into immediate effect. So being that of the band members, both our drummer Josh and obviously Baldrick, our vocalist, they've got young kids at home, and so they needed to go and be in what they called an isolated bubble with their families. However, being that I'm footloose and fancy free, I was able to stay on with Charlie, and we used the time initially not productively. We had a full week of
debauchery, to put it lightly.
Quite a few beers. Both of Charlie's parents were actually present for that week, and we had a really nice time just listening to lots of great records and drinking back a power's worth of beers. And then basically we kind of had a bit of a reality check. About 7 days into it, we suddenly looked at each other and we're like, gosh, we really need to actually, we're on a track to self-destruction here. We need to zero in on making the most this time. So then what followed is that we kicked into the same writing technique that we used to kickstart the ideas for the first EP, which was that a lot of the riffs on that you would have heard on the EP were guitar riffs and bass riffs that stemmed from literally myself and Charlie sat on the couch at his home studio, passing the guitar back and forth.
I would say throwing the guitar back and forth.
Yeah.
I mean, it was so fun because it was like, it'd be like, you'd come up with something and I'd be like, whoa, pass it here, I can hear something. And then I'd play something, you'd be like, no, pass it back, I can hear something. And it was just like this constant back and forth. And it was like just course correcting until we found that perfect riff that was, it was like, I remember us talking about it. It was like, we weren't really writing them. We were just finding them. We had to it was just chipping away at the stone until all of a sudden that riff was there.
Totally, and even though today's all about you guys and the music video and the single release of The Way Down, for what it's worth, like when we were writing the EP, the original Set It Off EP, way back in 2019, that's exactly what Charlie and I were doing, and for me, I'd never done collaborative writing like that. I'd never written music solo, so for me to do that, it was just such a cool way of coming up with ideas. And sure enough, lockdown 2020, I'm going to say it was. We're writing the material for the impending album, and I I'd come into, I had some chords that I'd come up with maybe a month or a few weeks before for a verse, and I remember Charlie walking past the room one day and saying, "Dude, what's that?" So naturally, when we got together on the couch with the guitars, we were just trading the guitar back and forth, and I remembered about that riff. So I started jamming on it, and then Charles.
Well, I remember I was just like, dude, that sounds awesome. I can hear something. And then, so of course, the good thing about this band is that everybody in the band can play guitar. So everyone comes up with song ideas on the guitar or any other kind of instrument. And then, so while Dan was playing the chords of the verse, I was like, dude, I can hear like the entire rhythm section. So I grabbed the bass, and then I was just, while he's playing the verse, I'm going over and over and over again. And we probably just like sat there for like 20 minutes, just going around and around and around.
We were on such a buzz about it. We knew right then and there that this was going to be the song that was going to be, that this had to be a single for the new writing for the new album. And I do remember that we actually there was instant high fives, and we actually ran out. Charlie had a wonderful basketball hoop and court outside his home studio, and we ran out there and celebrated with a quick round of basketball.
Quick round of basketball. Well, I don't imagine it was quick, because we spent, if it was quick, we're going to have another round, and another round, and then another round.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's, yeah, I've seen in the comments, people are saying thanks so much just for sharing the background behind the song. And of course, for you guys, it's a brand new song. I mean, it was just released today in the USA, and it was yesterday here in New Zealand and Australia. This is something that we've been wanting to share with you for a long time. Obviously, the music video took a long time. The recording process took a long time, but it's just so great to have you guys experience this here with us. All right, Dan. Well, I will see you shortly back here in the studio. Thanks again, man, and we'll see you soon. All right, guys. So I'm just going to tell you right now that this is your absolute last chance to enter in the draw to win some of this gear that we're giving away. Now, we are giving away these one-of-a-kind prizes, because we just wanted to have something special to be able to share with you. So either go to that link you can see right there, www.bstlink.co/win. Remember, it's really important that you put the www dot in the start of it. Otherwise, you can scan the QR code with your phone here. Okay, now you're just going to go there, put your full name, your email address, and we're asking for your zip code in case we've got too many people with the same name. Because we literally can only let one person win. So if by any chance your name comes up, we have an ID number as well that we're going to know exactly who won. So if there happens to be two Charlie Wallaces on this call and one of them wins, I can guarantee you it's probably not me, since I'm the one here with the band giving this stuff away. So again, this is the actual jacket that I jumped off the Sky Tower with. You can see the hole here. What we'll do is we're going to stitch this up, and we're going to get the stenciled Black Smoke trigger. We're going to sign that. We got a signed symbol that was used in the actual music video. Josh has a signed drumstick. We've got the number plate that was on the Lamborghini that we're going to sign the back of, that Baldrick and Andy made. We have the key to the outside of the tower, and we have the free complimentary champagne thing that Dan picks up from Baldrick the Bellboy. If you haven't seen the music video yet, then you are going to want to go and check that out. So without further ado, I am just going to say that this is the absolute last moment that you can go and register to win, because we are very, very soon going to be doing the draw. So I'm going to count down from like 10, and then you're gonna have to enter it, right? So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go to that link right now, and I'm gonna have to take it off the screen in just a moment. So obviously, so far, everyone has been sharing, what their experiences were like during the actual recording of the song and recording of the music video. And so one thing that I wanted to show you here was the guitar that we actually used. Of course, you've seen the jacket, because that's one thing that we actually going to be giving away. But what you haven't seen is this guitar. So this had to have some modifications. Now, first of all, a lot of you know that I like to burn the guitars with gunpowder. And so that's how it's got that cool finish on it. And one thing that we had to do to make sure that the guitar was not going to fall away from me was actually have these on the back. Okay, so these clamps here were actually carabined on to my belt pack while I jumped. And that had to happen so that the guitar didn't fly away from me and smack off my face. Of course, I had the strap around my shoulders, but we couldn't just rely on the strap because we were literally 630 feet in the air, and we couldn't have anybody risking their lives down at the bottom. All right, so I remember standing on the edge of that building, as you've seen in the making of video that we had just before, and I'm literally hanging off over the edge. Now, one thing that you couldn't quite tell from that video was that they hung me out there for 2 minutes when we were reviewing the footage. They hung me out off the edge for 2 whole minutes because there was an issue with one of the batteries in the cameras down at the bottom. So I literally was hanging off, like my feet are off the edge. So if this is the edge of the tower, my feet are half off like this. And there is, a woman holding me with the rope at the back. As soon as she lets me go, I am off the side of the tower. And then so as I'm, literally looking out over the entire city and just trying to calm myself down for this impending doom that I'm about to face while I still have to try and play the solo, I am literally just starting to get cramp in my legs because I'm like up on my tippy toes and I'm like I can feel my feet start to slip. And then so all through my legs, I just started getting cramp and I'm thinking like, hurry up, count down. And it was 2 minutes. Now, it was a long 2 minutes. Like I have never hung off the side of a building for 2 minutes, let alone the Auckland Sky Tower, the tallest structure in the Southern Hemisphere. And then so as soon as you can hear in the video that it's like, all right, let's get the countdown from 10, 9, 8. I was like, come on. Like, why did you have to count down from 10? Why couldn't it have just been 3? But the end result was super cool to see the whole thing, as I said in the making of, to see it come from a vision into reality has just been amazing. And all the comments and feedback that we've got from it being, it was literally released today, has been super awesome. So I just want to say a huge thank you to all of you guys for all the support that you've given us over the years. And of course, right here today, now we have some super awesome updates we're going to be sharing with you very soon. But I think it's about time that I invite the band back in, and I have no idea where they actually are in the house, so I might just have to scream loud. Well, actually, okay, we have one member here. We have 2 members.
Oh, we have 3 bunch.
They are right.
We're very well behaved. Yeah, it's like clockwork.
This is like clockwork. Would you look at that? You may have met these fellas before. So what we're going to be doing, okay, so for all you guys that have entered into win the prize draw, we are going to be doing those prize draws very, very soon. And for all you guys here, just while we wait for all the tidbits and all the technologies and all that crap to get together, because running these prize draws live for musicians like us is a little challenging. So we'll be with you for the prize draws very soon. But for right now, all we are going to do is answer your questions. So if you have any questions that you want to ask me, Baldrick, Josh, or Dan, or all of us collectively, then chuck those in the chat, and we're going to be doing the giveaways for all this stuff very soon. And in the meantime, please remember that we are going to be giving you a 25% off discount code to all of you here. So 25% off all merch by scanning that QR code. So, Baudrick, what would you say was your favorite part of the music video?
Favorite part of the music video? I actually liked being involved in the building of the drum riser because I felt like that was my part that I brought to the whole project, sort of thing.
You brought a little bit more than that. You brought a voice and you sung the damn song. So there is that. Well, it's probably a little. You brought that to the project as well.
I guess it was the only part that is foreign because I haven't done it for a long time, sort of thing. So it was like, okay, here's a project I get to figure out on my own and then make something happen so that the music video can happen, I guess.
Awesome.
So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things I really did love about it, but I think, yeah.
Awesome. All right. So we have some questions here. So Tyrant Gear says, the stealing the treasure back from the thief lyric being written on the hotel menu was a seriously underrated prop, by the way. Well, we did. Yeah. Hey, actually, we might actually even have one of those. So if we do, we might be able to give one of those away, but we'll see about that. But yeah, it was a super cool little tidbit. And in fact, it's got like the whole half of the first verse on there, which is super cool. Willis Welch says, how many guitars did you use, Charlie? So for the music video, of course, I just used one. And I can't even remember how many I used in the studio because Nick is all about just adding layers and layers and layers and layers.
I'd say more than 5.
Definitely more than 5, like on that one song, so that's yeah, a lot of fun and playing. I like playing guitar. So Jody Hoover says, this needs to be released on YouTube also, the in-studio playthrough. We will be releasing that within the next week or so. So keep an eye out for that. All right, so Portrait's characters in the video are class. Video is like an updated Hard Day's Night. Lots of offbeat video angles and slight gags at Paul Breaktress. 4 stars. Oh, come on, Jeff, you can give us an extra star.
1 star off.
Okay, so Angie Andrews says, can Dan actually play an upright bass?
Truth is, I can.
In fact, he was literally bopping away that whole time. And I had no idea what I couldn't play. So I'm literally pretending. Josh and Dan were literally performing.
We actually did it. When you see the footage of us up on the stage there in the Sky Bar, we actually whilst we were filming, we had our stand-in singer Wayne Anderson, who's a man of local legend here in New Zealand. He was singing a few songs, just busting out some old school rock and roll, and we're having quite a bit of fun trying to back him up.
Yeah,
no amps.
Doing some swing tunes and some 12-bar blues.
Yes.
Rick Lowry, loved the fake moustaches on top of the actual moustache. I like that too, but it was very difficult to keep them on. Like they kept falling off. I don't know if you saw in the behind the scenes. Did we put that in there where Dan's continued to
fall off, and obviously me and Dan were the security guards in the video. So I think it might have been the shot when we ran off up the escalator. Dan's moustache just falls off.
Yeah, if you watch very closely,
you go frame by frame. Yeah.
You'll see it.
Yeah.
So Tyrant Gear also said, for the video recording process, did any of you guys feel the danger of the height impacted your expressiveness or comfort mid-shoot? The interesting thing, and I think that these guys will agree with me, is that the longer we were out there, it was like the more comfortable we became, right up until I had to jump off. But
then you've got to experience it all over again.
Just to that note, I can remember when I was filming my part up there. Obviously, we were kind of all moving around and getting into the song as much as possible. And at one point, I actually lost my balance temporarily. And I'd become so in the zone of what we were doing that I'd actually temporarily forgotten where I was standing. So, yes.
Yeah. You climatize fairly quickly, though, right?
Yeah. Tim Ellis has asked you, Baudrick, what vocal warm-ups do you do? Now, not those secret ones that involve alcohol. What's the other ones that you do?
What vocal exercises do I do? A real common one is the lip roll. So that's a good one to get the voice warmed up before singing. Humming is really good.
Can you teach that to us? I think we should all do that. So if we do it at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. And if you can't do that, you can do what Charlie did there. That actually helps you get the sound a bit easier. Another one is humming. A lot of humming. Even if I'm not actually warming up per se, I will hum in the mornings before I know I've got to track something or before I know I've got to do a rehearsal. Just lots of humming, even if you just hum through tunes that you're going to be singing.
Paul, you give us a little taster, a little teaser.
Well, just anything really. And
beautiful,
interesting choice.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And for the head resonance, another one would be the NG sound, which is a good one because that gets all the vibration up in here. So NG, like the end of the word sing, like sing, it gets all of this working properly because it's not just about the chest, it's the mixed and the head voice and everything like that. Yeah, so those are a few of the main ones that I always do. And then other things I change them up and I find what works best for me as I go.
Crux has said, Charlie, did you track direct and use plugins or reamping? This song was all done with real legit amps. Nick is a purist in that form, and he just loves real actual amps. So we used again a lot of different amps, but it was a lot of fun with that. So again, guys, if you've got any other questions, then put them in the comment section right now. We can get to them. We're going to be doing those giveaways very, very soon. And so we actually have some questions here. Questioning about tours. Now, as I mentioned at the start of this live release party, we actually got some news on a tour that we are going to be doing, and we got that news today. Now, I am not supposed to share it, okay? I am not supposed to share it. But what I will say, and probably will get in trouble for, is that if you live anywhere near, like, or even as far as, then we are going to be performing near you. So we will have the full announcement on exactly what those shows will look like very soon. And I know that a lot of you guys are going to be happy because we're going to be coming near you. And so I saw a question before asking about, if it wasn't for the lockdowns, would we have written the same kind of music? And I mean, I think that possibly, but it forced us to write a lot of music, and it's like when we were recording, we're going to be sharing a lot more as these songs come out single after single. And then of course the full album release, which we don't have a date for just yet. We're going to be showing a lot of the stuff like Bodger getting stuck in Mexico for a long time. All of us were stuck in Mexico for a little bit of a time, but good coughing, guys, Grant says.
That was genuine, that was.
I was also want to ask who's getting the signed Lamborghini. We're not giving that away.
It's a different draw. It's got a $50,000 entry.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, as I said, we're going to be doing those giveaways very, very soon. If you guys that have already entered, you are going to be in the draw. Showing this jacket for quite some time, but we're going to put Black Smoke Trigger on the back here because we're all arty types. So we can do that. We'll stencil that. Where's that symbol? Let's sign that symbol. Do we have a pen? Do we have a pen?
Let's do it. We have a green,
all right,
bronze or silver.
Let's do silver. Let's do
blue.
Silver.
Because blue is the tower.
Oh,
point. That's a really good point.
Well, we got that all over here.
Silver's cool.
Silver looks cool.
Silver's cool. Silver's cool. So we're going to be giving this away again, guys. Remember that this was actually used on the actual music video. So we're going to be signing this. Where is that damn pen?
Baldrick has it, I believe.
The blue one's over there, right?
Oh,
silver.
I wasn't listening.
That was the best moment of the whole thing.
What I should have said is I thought you had them all.
Yeah. So this is going to be literally one of the prizes that we draw. If you've entered. All right. And if the pen doesn't work well, we'll redo it. Yeah. But you can see us signing it live right on here. So you can be like, see that It is that symbol. Well, you'll be able to tell it because it's got that broken bit that was broken.
Yeah, patented. Patented cracking.
No, that pen sucks shit.
Yeah. You can't see it. I think we've got to go.
Let's go blue.
Let's
go blue for the tower.
Hopefully, blue's good.
Jess is asking if Dan's going to give away a Thunderbird.
I'm afraid not today. Not today. No Thunderbirds to give away.
No Thunderbirds? Oh, okay. All right. Can Rachel Quayle says she needs us to go with the Undertow skin. One of our biggest fans here, Rachel, has the drum skin from the Court in the Undertow music video. Okay, so there we go. It's signed by me, and I'll sign it for these guys too. So
now you know it was part of both singles.
Yes.
All right. So as Bo said, I got the original Thunderbird, and you did. So Bo actually has the Thunderbird that was used to record Set It Off. That now resides in the studio in Las Vegas.
Hey, doing, Bo?
Jorge has said, do you guys need a private chef? Yes.
That would be
yes, we do.
Actually.
So so let's organize that. That would be amazing. One thing that that this band absolutely loves is Indian curries. There is one particular place that we go to multiple times every week. We have a beer and a curry. It's one of the most favorite things that we do. It's almost like a religious experience when we go there. All right, so
I'll present that.
There we
They
go.
treat us very well.
So we will add a little description. We'll put Black Smoke Trigger, The Way Down on here. But this is literally one of the prizes that we are going to be drawing live here very soon. So stay tuned. We're literally just waiting for like the tech stuff, and then as soon as it's ready to draw, we're going to be like spinning a magic wheel and stuff. You've entered to win. You're going to be good to go. All right. So name the Indian curry place.
Should we do a big cheers for everyone who's
I think that's it.
with us?
Hey, and it's just seriously, guys, thank you so much. Everything that you guys have done for us, everything you've made possible for us has just been so cool. And, you know, we're so stoked to be able to share this new music. So this is an online release party. So we thought it would be foolish to not be drinking at the same time. So here is to you. Here is to new music. Here is to everything that that rock and roll stands for.
Oh, yes. Can I smash this in here? Another.
I can go for it.
Put that back into the video. So.
Oh, hey, there is actually something else we need to sign. Where is that blue pen?
Oh, right here.
Oh, yes.
All right, so this is the Way Down number plate. Now, we don't want to sign the front of it because we don't want to ruin this nice, beautiful thing. So this was used in the actual music video. Cheers, everybody. I can see your comments flying in. So, again, we're going to be writing out exactly what this was for. But let's, like, sign this right here. So, we wanted to, as we said before, give you guys some one-of-a-kind collectibles to give away. Instead of just giving away stuff like T-shirts, you can go and get the T-shirts yourself. In fact, we want to make sure that everybody had a chance to, to be in the draw, to win. But not only that, to get something. So if you don't win, you can go and grab one of these new shirts that are available on blacksmoketrigger.com right now for 25% off. Just use the code The Way Down. Now, I have some good news to announce. We have the spinny namey thing, all right? So what we have here, I hit this button, and then we have this thing spin around, and then we find out who wins. So what order should we go in? I reckon like that symbol is definitely worth the most. So let's do that last. All right, so all right, let's give away the key first. All right, so this is the key to the outside key, the only key to the outside top of the tower. Okay, and then so this here was a literal prop that was used in the music video. We are going to be sending this to you if you win. Now, if you win, of course, we have your details, and we will be in touch to get your physical address that we can send this to. All right, so do you want to dangle that? I pass it to him in the actual video, right? So this is cool. It's like I've never seen like this before. It's like we're going to give you stuff away, giving stuff away that was in the actual video. All right. So without further ado, we have this fancy wheel of names, and we have lots of entrants here. Okay, and then so as I mentioned, we do have this code after your name. You might be wondering what that is, and it's just to make sure that we only give away one thing per person. All right, so here we go. The winner of the key is... It's spinning. You can't see it because of the glare. There we go. There we go. The winner of the key is Greg Price with this exact code. So you have won the key.
Congratulations, Greg.
Now we're going to give away this here. Now, but believe me, this one here doesn't look as flash in real life, but it is exactly what was used in the music video. So congratulations, Greg. And here we go. So this is for the complimentary champagne prop. Here we go. Here we go. Susan Mandic, you have won this.
Congratulations.
We're going to be getting in touch and sending that right off to you. And you can show off to your friends. Say, look, it's the thing from the video. All right. Now, what are we going to do next?
Well, what do we have left? We've got
Give us your drumstick.
Yeah, let's do
the drumstick. This one is super cool. This is the drumstick that was used on the outside of the top of the tower in the video. Josh has signed it, and we're going to. This is literally like starting to get cool. This is starting to get cool.
It almost looks like the top of the Sky Tower, Charlie, when you put it up like that. Look at that. It's just like a Sky Tower.
It does. Now, again, in case you're wondering what on earth this is for, we couldn't have them drop. So that was to go around there, and that slides up or something. And Josh is playing the things like that. You can see in the music video if you look. They're not regular drumsticks. They're special drumsticks. And the winner of the signed drumstick from the Way Down music video is...
Drum roll.
Jim Jimmy with the ID code there. All right, and then we are going to now give away. Oh, we got the number plate.
We do have that somewhere.
Yeah.
Where's that number plate? All
Let's
right.
present these signatures.
All right, so here is the signed number plate. This is probably going to cost a lot to ship because it's actually relatively heavy. So the winner.
Don't put it on your vehicle. It's illegal.
It is illegal. Yeah, it's not a real number plate. So the winner of the number plate is Chris White.
Congratulations. Chris.
We're going to be getting that out to you. Now, let's continue on. We're getting to the nth degree. I don't know why I said that, but this is the jacket.
End degree.
This is the jacket that I actually wore when I jumped off the Sky Tower. Now, you can see here that there is a hole that's been cut out the back.
A laceration.
And that was so we could actually get the, you'll see that in the behind the scenes, actually get the harness on there. And so what we're going to do is we're going to stitch this up and we're going to get it to say Black Smoke Trigger, and we're all going to sign it. So this jacket is one of a kind because it's probably the only Levi's denim jacket to ever jump off the Sky Tower twice. And so the winner of the jacket from the Way Down music video is Mark Hanzo. Congratulations, Mark.
Congratulations.
Now we have one more prize to give away, and this is definitely the biggest prize because it actually costs heaps of money.
And
but
it's also the biggest.
It is also the biggest. Can you please pass us that UFO-looking drum cymbal? This is a Zildjian.
A custom.
Signed.
Cracked crash symbol.
That was used in the making of the Way Down music video, so you can see it in the damn video as well. All right, so
The last time to spin the wheel.
the last time I spin the wheel. Here is the winner of this signed symbol that was used in the Way Down music video. Before I do this, I just gotta say thank you, everybody, for all your support and for coming and joining live with us here today. It's been a blast. The winner of the symbol is Erwin Zacks. Congratulations,
Congratulations,
Erwin.
Erwin.
You are the winner of that symbol.
All yours.
We're gonna be getting that to you. Now, I just want to say, remember everybody, we do not want to leave you empty-handed. Now, we've shown you some of these merch designs here. Now, some of those are still not populated in the members area, in the online merch store, blacksmoketrigger.com just yet, but I promise you they will be there in the next hour or so. So for everybody who didn't win one of these prizes, we do not want to leave you empty-handed. We are giving you a 25% off discount code on everything that we have on blacksmoketrigger.com. You can scan that code, go straight to the store, use the code The Way Down. That code's going to work for a couple more days. We have one of the designs is already up on the Way Down, so you can go and order one of those. Okay, but the others, because again, we're musicians, technology evades us sometimes.
and also they're just such cool designs. It's just it takes the machines a while to process just how cool the one at Baldrake. The Miami Vice one.
Oh, I love that one.
So just to show you guys, this is some of the slides. This is the slide that has all the merch designs on it anyway. So this is what we're going to be having up available to celebrate the release of The Way Down. Mm-hmm. So with that, you can always go to the website. You don't need that QR code. Hey, we just want to say a huge thank you to everybody for all your support. If you haven't seen the Way Down music video, then go and check that out right now, because it's
quite good.
It's quite good.
And keep an eye out for those background things. I know you've missed them.
Yeah, I've seen a few of the comments. Some people were actually like pointing some of them out. Rachel had already spotted quite a few of them. So, so yeah, if you guys want to, in fact, here's a challenge for you. Go watch the video in the comment section of the video. Show us, tell us about all of the Easter eggs that you found. Now, of course, this is the first single that we have released. First single that we have released from the album. So we have, okay, I've just been given some intel. We can do one more giveaway.
Oh.
One more giveaway. Now, earlier, remember someone said that the menu from The Way Down was a majorly underrated prop. Well, I've just been told it has been found. So we're going to give it away. So if you want to be in the draw for that, you would have already had to have entered. So we're going to be giving away, you guys will know what I mean, in that first verse. All right, so here we go. Here we go. The winner of the cocktail menu featuring lyrics of The Way Down is Tom Tansey. Congratulations, Tom, and thank you so much for your support. Now, you guys have, you guys have outdone yourselves. You've stuck around here, hanging out with us while we've been drinking. And again, we just want to say a huge thanks for all your support. Go stream that song on Spotify right now. Go stream that song. Go watch the music video. Remember, go in that comment section and let us know the Easter eggs that you find. Now, again, this is the first single of our upcoming album called Horizons. Now, we don't have a release date for the second single yet, and we don't have a release date for the album. But what we do have is we do have tour dates. Remember, as I said before, this is an announcement that we found out today, and I'm not supposed to share it with you. But if you do live anywhere near or even as far as, we're going to be coming to perform live with you very soon. So, in all seriousness, guys, we did get told of a tour that we are going to be playing, and we got told do not announce yet. So we cannot announce it, but we will be able to in the next few days. So keep an eye out on our Instagram channels, social media channels, and all that kind of stuff. So thanks again, guys. You guys are absolute legends. And go stream that song on Spotify. Go right now on YouTube and go and watch that music video, The Way Down. We really appreciate you, and we are off to go and drink some more, and we might even try and play a game of golf.
Yeah.
Catch you later, guys.